Taqueando is part of the Acquired Taste family. Be sure to listen to our sister podcast, the LA Food Podcast. That'll be out on Friday. And now, vamos a taquear. Hey everyone, welcome to Taqueando. I'm your host, Bill Esparza, and this week we are heading to Villanueva, Zacatecas, the city of musicians, to Tayahua, la tierra de la dinastía Aguilar. Today I'm honored to receive legendary recording artist, Pepe Aguilar. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So we're here at Teddy's Red Tacos. Thanks for joining me, and you are in town for a concert this weekend. Los Aguilar at the Hollywood Bowl on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, it's a show that I'm very proud of. We're doing it at a very important place, at a very important venue that it's a historic one, and to have mariachi there with also a Philharmonic.
Right. Now this is the first time you've done that here in Los Angeles?
Nope, this is my second time. Last time I did it was 23 years ago. Yeah, same place.
At the Hollywood Bowl?
Yeah.
Wow.
Same place, same concept. Actually, I'm repeating some of the arrangements that I did 23 years ago. Don't tell anybody.
Okay. All right.
But I mean, that's what you do on a concert that has to do with orchestra. They're just different because you have 100 and plus musicians and a conductor, and the classic world is so different than the world we used to play, like all the other artists that do rock or rancheras or whatever. It's just a different world. The classic world is just different. So when they collide in one of these concerts, it's quite an experience. I'm looking forward to it.
Right. So I do want to talk to you about your music career. You were born in San Antonio, but you grew up in Zacatecas. And what part of Zacatecas did you grow up?
In Tayahua, like you mentioned.
Okay, so the place we went for the charreria and had a wonderful dinner at your home, that's where you grew up.
I grew up there, but basically I grew up on the road because my father used to have this show that included my brother and I also. We went with him everywhere. As a child, I kind of grew up in the hotels and on the road, but I went to school when we had the time to do it in a little town called Tayahua. I grew up there. That's where I have my childhood memories.
And that's been very much a family tradition, right? I mean, you travel with your parents, and now your children traveled with you when they were young?
Yeah, that was more than a tradition. It just happened naturally.
Yeah.
I guess in both cases. You know, my mother started this show with my dad, and they had their family on the road. So that's why I became a part of that show, because they wanted to have their family together.
Right. And you sang on stage first time at what age?
Around 3.5 years.
Right. I'd read that. And so, but you know, you were born in '68 and you grew up on the road playing shows, obviously in Mexico, also in the U.S.
Yes.
And you kind of got into rock music a little bit.
No, a lot.
So what are some of the artists that you listen to?
Back then?
Yeah. I mean, I'm also born in '68, so like, I'm wondering if we have some of these bands in common.
I'm pretty sure we do, or maybe not. Okay. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
The bands that I listened to were bands that my brother listened to, because my brother was my hero, but he is 8 years older than me. So when he was 16, 17, back in the 70s, I was 8, 9. and listening to Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, and Yes, and Supertramp, and
Right, all the stuff from the 70s.
jazz like Gino Vanelli and different like Edgar Winter and
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah.
We had a lot of eclectic styles of music on the radio back then in the United States.
Yes.
Edgar Winter, that's Frankenstein.
Yeah, man. You know, I have a very eclectic taste in music because at the same time, back then I was listening to Camilo Sesto and Juan Gabriel and Jose Alfredo Jimenez and Jose Jose and my dad and Vicente Fernandez, Javier Solís. For me, music has always been a part of every stage of my life.
Did you ever think at some point you might go into doing that kind of music? And kind of what led you to follow your, the traditional music of your family of Mexico?
Well, I didn't do it for my family. I did it because I like what Mexico has to offer. My family showed me, that type of music, but I didn't do it because of a tradition. I did it because
Right.
I could write music, I could produce music. That was something that my father didn't teach me, or my mother. They didn't do it actually. They didn't produce their
Right.
albums.
You learned that on your own?
I did because I started making rock music, and when you do that type of music, basically you have to come up with everything. You have to write the lyrics, you have to do the songs, you have to play the songs, you have to produce the songs, you have to record the songs. And I did that for quite some time. Actually, I became a producer before I became a singer. I was a producer for rock bands and for other artists.
Now you were doing that here in Los Angeles or in
No, I never
Texas?
lived in Los Angeles.
That was in-
I lived in Mexico all my life. And
So there were like rock bands in Zacatecas that you were.
No, I lived in Mexico City too.
You were living. This was in Mexico
Yeah,
City.
Zacatecas was when I was young.
Right.
I went to primaria. I don't know what that is in the United States. Like
Elementary school.
first grade,
Yeah,
second
elementary
grade,
school.
elementary school.
So in Mexico City, you were working with rock bands that you produced.
I produced a lot of music before I even was somebody that they wanted on their team to produce them.
Yeah.
They just liked what I did and the ideas that I had, and it was a very small circle
Yeah.
because back then there was no radio stations that play rock in Spanish. There was no places to play. There was just like 3-4 places in Mexico City, and we did and just did our thing. But I was like 4 or 5 years behind, and since I grew up listening to both different worlds completely, but
Yeah.
for me they were normal. I didn't have a problem in doing rock music or rancheras. I felt very comfortable in both areas.
Yeah.
I still do.
Good music is good music.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, I guess you can find good and bad in every genre.
Right. It's an old Miles Davis saying. I'm sure he's not the one that invented it, but there's only two kinds of music, good and bad.
Yeah. I thought I invented it that way. Oh man, these tacos are so good.
Isn't it? We love this place. So what led you from producing into starting to do the music that you're more known for?
I produce that music too.
Those early albums.
I produce Por Mujeres Como Tú, I produce Por Una Mujer Bonita. You know, the albums that have been more successful in my career, I produce. It's part of what I offer, you know.
Yeah.
Since I had the privilege to met a lot of good writers, songwriters in my life, like Joan Sebastian, for example. I was not going to say no to Joan Sebastian.
Incredible
Heck no.
songwriter. I told you in your home that I'm a musician as well. I played with John a little bit, maybe for about a year, a handful of dates.
Cool.
Amazing songwriter and
Yeah.
amazing voice.
So I was not going to say no to a guy like that if he wants to produce you,
Right.
give you songs, and started meeting more people like him. So even though I came from a world where you supposed to provide yourself of songs,
Right.
I started doing the thing that Vicente and Pedro Infante and my dad and Javier Solis and all these great idols did, which is just sing.
Right.
I mean, it's a very comfy place. For me now, I think that I should have kept on going on the creating my own stuff and not just doing, hey, I'm gonna do what the greats did,
Right.
what the greats did, which is just sing. But I couldn't stay just singing, so I had to produce myself. I have to keep on producing myself. I have to I had to do something that made me feel proud of what I was giving to the public. Like I felt like a cheat if I just sang, which is not a cheat at all.
Right. Because
Just ask
it's
Frank
hard to do
Sinatra.
those jobs. It's hard to do both.
Just ask Frank Sinatra or ask Luis Miguel. They don't write songs,
Right.
and they're Frank Sinatra and freaking Luis Miguel. So nothing wrong without for you not to write your own songs. Nothing wrong. But for me, it was like, I need to do something else. So I started producing my own stuff and creating my own sound and doing fusion to mariachi with that rock background. And that was my own journey. Had nothing to do with my dad because he never did nothing like that.
Right.
And now I have produced 38 albums for 38 different artists, and 22 of my 34 albums I have produced for myself.
Yes. Including winning Grammys, both Grammys and Latin Grammys.
Yes. Yeah, thank God. I mean, it has been quite a ride, but that's because I can produce myself, and now I'm writing more, and my idea is to finish my career just singing only songs that I write.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my plan.
That's the plan.
Yeah, and I'm starting to do that right now. But then again, there are so many songs that I want to sing that I haven't recorded yet that are from the history of music, you know.
Right.
But it's crazy. Like I told you, it sounded a little aggressive, but it wasn't in any way, shape, or form my intention at the beginning of our conversation when I say, hey, yeah, I'm the Son and the Father. And the Holy Spirit. No.
Well, I mean, you're the patriarch of this really incredible, of this dynasty that has an amazing history that spans the entire history of, regional Mexican music, practically.
It's crazy, man. And I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't looking for it. But it was just the role that I had to endure, because I've been independent for 25 years. I got rid of the system. I shake it out from my body, and that hasn't been easy.
No. There are people that would assume that that's very easy, but I know many artists that have sons and daughters and that aren't able to do it. It's actually in some ways more challenging.
Well, right now you have very little choices. Either you're independent or
Right.
just hope for the best and wait years and years and years and years for a label to see you and then sign you, and then that doesn't mean anything. So yeah, the independent way, I guess it's the way to go right now. And let's not even start talking about AI, okay? Because
That's a whole other challenge.
yeah, I mean, it's not a challenge. It's already gone. I mean, music is dead the way we know it.
Right. The way you and I grew up with it.
Yeah.
In the 60s and 70s and 80s.
Well,
Yeah.
the way we know it.
Yeah.
The way we learn how to play an instrument and study for years and years and think about inspiration and stuff like that. That's gone.
Yeah,
That is gone.
many of the big producers now, they don't even play music hardly. They don't even know how to play instruments.
Yeah, but this is a totally different language.
Yeah.
You need to like get it, and when you get it, you're gonna go like, really? It's like, yeah, we're in a different era. Like it's gonna be like a ChatGPT moment, kind of, when people get it with what generative music AIs do. It's very sad and it's very scary for some, and like people like me. And this is crazy. I'm 57 years old. I produced 38 albums for other people, 20, whatever.
Yeah.
Everything I've told you, and I'm excited. I'm more excited than heck. Like I never had the tools that I'm gonna have now. I never had them before. I'm creating my own apps. I'm doing a lot of stuff with it. I'm not afraid of it.
Okay, you're leaning in.
Yeah. Oh, 150%. Probably is gonna kill me, but I'm gonna leave happy because I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff that I wasn't able to do before, like only in my dreams.
Mm-hmm. Well, we want people to come to the concert this weekend, and your career speaks for itself. But a lot of people don't really realize what a big foodie you are. And
they should see me eat right now.
And so, you've spent a lot of time here in Los Angeles. You lived here at one point, and now you live in Houston. You have a lot of favorite spots here in Los Angeles. What are some of what I'm very impressed with is that you grew up in Mexico, but you actually enjoy Mexican food here in the United States as well. Some Mexicans can be snobby about having the food here because they have it back home, but you actually enjoy going to different Mexican restaurants here in Los Angeles?
Ever since, I've been coming to LA for more than 50 years now. I'm 57. Been coming here since I was 3, 4. So I've seen quite a movement in the culinary world. Like I remember the places my father used to take me that he used to go when he was young. There's this place that still exists. It's called Musso and Frank's.
Okay. That was a favorite of your dad's.
Yeah, and it's still a favorite of mine. They still do a heck of a steak and a heck of a Spanish omelet.
The martini?
That's a good idea. Next time I go there, I'm going to order drinks. I never order drinks there. I always go just for the food.
Oh my gosh, you got to have the martini. And make sure it's with gin, because the bartender will stare you down if you ask for vodka.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, so when you order a martini there, they'll say gin or vodka, and I said gin. He goes because if you order vodka, that's not a real martini. They're old school guys.
Okay.
And so gin martini, I like it extra dry there, and it comes with a sidecar, so it's deceptively strong. I feel like it's just one drink, but it's one of the ones that kind of leaves me a little wobbly, and I have a good tolerance. But I don't know why that martini gets me every time.
I gotta go to drink dark martini that you're talking about, man. I'm curious now. So. Yeah, that was one of the restaurants. There was another one called Chasen's.
Oh, of course. You went to Chasen's. You were a regular.
I was not a regular, but I went to Chasen's. And that was a restaurant that was open in the golden era of cinema.
Right.
People after the Oscars went to Chasen's. I also went to... Like I'm a foodie at many different levels.
Right.
Like I like tacos. Like this is like the best thing you can give me.
Yeah.
But I also like high cuisine in different styles. Like Japanese cuisine here is freaking amazing in LA.
It's one of the better places in the U.S. to get Japanese food.
Totally.
Sure.
But then after you go to Tokyo, you go and say,
right.
No, I don't want to go back. Yeah, when you go to Tokyo, it's like, no, this is out of this world.
Yeah, your $60 sushi in Tokyo is $350 here too. That's
yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you do get like very decent Japanese
Yes,
here in
you do.
LA. You do. But it's like if you go to un coleadero or a rodeo in the mountain, and people in that little town invite you to go eat with them
Right.
after you've done your thing with the horses and stuff, and they have this molcajete of salsa, of tomatillo, like burned in the charcoal, with chiles and sal de grano, and handmade tortillas and beans, and it tastes like heaven. You know, you cannot get that at a 3 Michelin star restaurant. No matter if they try, and believe me, they've tried. You know, I also like that type of food. We my wife and I are foodies like to the max. We travel the world just to eat. Like we go out, like we go now to this country, let's just go eat, and we do our itinerary based on the restaurants. So yeah.
Your wife throws a good party, by the way.
Yes, she does.
We had an amazing dinner
She's a party girl.
at your place. We had asado de boda, birria, wonderful antojitos, and yeah, that was a wonderful party.
Let me tell you about another place here in LA because I didn't tell you about.
Yeah, I'm
places.
waiting for the Mexican food trucks here.
There was a place near Pico Rivera. I think estaba en La Roche, no? On Rush Street. That it had a C, okay?
The sea is more chingon.
Yeah, it was near a supermarket. You have no idea what kind of burritos they made there and what kind of tacos they made in that C place.
Well, tell me about it.
I took Joanne once from Beverly Hills all the way to Rush Street there. We made like we did like an hour and something after I think it was some Grammy thing, and the place was closed, and we ended up eating at a dentist. But the place was so good that I took Joanne around 2 a.m. because they were open like till late, but not that day. And what do they do? Like big flour tortillas, amazing tasting frijoles, and chile verde or chile rojo, the best freaking chile verde you've ever tried. And the tacos were just asada tacos, but with a salsa that was amazing. And then they gave you 2 or 3 serrano chiles, like, you know, like out of the supermarket, just like that. Oh my God. I don't know why they closed that place. That was a crime that they closed that place.
Do you remember the name of it?
I will remember the name of it because I will, and
Okay.
and I will text it to you because
Okay.
there will be a lot of people that will agree with me that it was amazing. And the tripa burritos, oh my God! Like, you like tripa?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't? But my kids don't like tripa. You like tripa? Yes, you used to.
Todas las vísceras. Todas las vísceras.
Yeah. My kids don't eat tripa though. They're fresas from Mexico. No, I
Do they eat menudo?
no, but I do.
Okay, yeah, I do too.
Where can we get like a good menudo here in LA? Tell me.
I like the menudo at Tamales Elena.
Okay.
So theirs is really good. There's an old school place in East LA that's very good. Tortilleria Imperial.
Okay.
And I think they're in East LA.
All right.
East LA Boyle Heights area. So they're the 2 places I really like for menudo. It's really hard to get a good birria because, you know, it's we don't have all the cuts. Like if you, back in Zacatecas or, you know, in Mexico, you get all the different parts of the cow.
Uh-huh.
And here they just have like honeycomb, book tripe, and pata, you know. And so you don't get a lot of
Why
flavor.
is that? They don't sell the other part?
They don't sell the other parts.
Really?
Yeah. Like you can get in Mexico.
There must be something really wrong about those parts for people not letting them eat it.
Yeah, I mean,
and we don't care in Mexico.
No, we
give
don't
a
care.
shit.
There's a legal thing of them not selling those parts.
Oh my God!
And so
now
that makes
I'm going to be curious. I gotta ask my AIs now. Why am I not able? Yeah, why am I not able to eat this thing? What am I been doing wrong in my life? Because I don't care.
No, but it's hard. I mean, for me, I get great menudo in Mexico. It's not always that special here.
I know. I haven't tried it. That's why I ask you, because I haven't tried
Tamales Elena, it has a very solid menudo.
I love menudo, man. I like libro though from the menudo, that part, that texture.
Right.
I like it. Y había un lugar en Guadalajara. There was a place in Guadalajara that I used to go a lot. It was the slaughterhouse. They had a lot of little restaurants outside of the slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cruel, but that they have restaurants outside of the slaughterhouse.
It's convenient.
It's very convenient. The food was very fresh. The best birria, the best carnitas, the best carne asada that you could imagine, the best salsas everywhere, like in a radius that you could go. And
was this like the Mercado de Abastos?
it was close to the Mercado de Abastos.
Because there's really great menudo in that Mercado.
Yeah, Mercado de Abastos, they should have like very good. In all Mercado de Abastos you go, it's you need to know like the right place, but not all of them are good. I remember when I used to go a lot to those places. Now it's a little kind of hard to go and not stay there less than 2 hours, because you take a lot of pictures. But I used to enjoy a lot to go to those places and to drive across the city just to go to a mercado in Mexico City. You know, they keep on doing those mercados since the Aztecs, and they're all over. When you fly over Mexico City next time, I'm pretty sure that you're aware of it, but all our friends that are listening to this, when you fly over Mexico City and it's clear day, look for little pink worms that are around the city, like pink little worms that occupy maybe 5 blocks or 7 blocks. Those are mercados. Like, they move every day from area to area. But if you work in a mercado, you're working the whole week. You work from Monday to Sunday. You just move your store, whatever you sell. And the food part of that, those mercados, some of them are so freaking amazing.
They are.
Like birria and tacos and all the Mexican goodies that don't make you fat.
Oops. Didn't work. I mean, I think the best menudo I've ever had is in Jalisco and Ciudad de Mexico. You get all the parts, all the cuts. You like Teddy's Red Tacos, obviously. Mm-hmm. So what are your favorite food trucks in Los Angeles?
Okay, you know that I used to have one?
No.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Yeah. It was an organic food truck that it was not healthy, it was just organic.
I like that. I like that even better.
That's it. Because the menu that we designed for the food truck was very not good for you, but very, very good for your taste buds. It did pretty well, but I needed like 6 of them in order to really create the business that I was expecting. And I didn't move on with that. Chicali Town, do you know that one?
Chicali?
Oh no, Chicali Town, that's the restaurant in
Asadero
Hermosillo. Asadero Chicali.
Asadero Chicali.
Asadero Chicali. Yeah, Chicali Town, saludos. They're in Hermosillo.
They started as a truck, now they have a restaurant.
Yes. I didn't know about the restaurant. I went to look for them when they were very far from my house. Instagram is magic, right?
Yeah.
Especially to find food. Most of the time, they don't disappoint. I found Teddy on Instagram also,
Right.
and I was so much into birria all my life. I've been Zacatecas. It's a birria.
It is a birria city.
Yes, sir. So
State.
yeah, it's state. You know, they do it differently, different places, but they do it chivo and borrego and cow. And
The one thing that blew me away was you guys do tortas de birria.
yeah, and they're
Ahogada.
good. They're good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. So I was very happy when back in the day, like I don't know, 10 years ago when I used to live here, there was this trend about birria tacos here in LA.
Yeah, right.
I think it started here in LA.
The Tijuana craze this guy over there started it.
Yeah.
Teddy.
I mean, Tijuana probably, but
it's coming from Tijuana.
Really?
He trained in Tijuana. He learned there.
Well,
he brought the recipe here.
My first wife was from Tijuana, and I married her 35 years ago. So 35 years ago, birria tacos didn't exist in Tijuana. You know, they didn't. Because what was famous in Tijuana was either the fish tacos or las humaderas and you know, steak tacos and harina tacos like that, but not birria.
Carne asada adobada.
Carne asada, adobada. No te encontrabas, you couldn't find a lot of pastor, you know. But now Tijuana they come up with a lot of stuff. This being one of them, you know, amazing, and it like grew really fast.
It's become a worldwide thing.
Yes, and I'm so glad for it because I love it so much, and I can order it everywhere now. It's amazing. I mean, not everybody does things like Teddy, of course, because this is like really, 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 really good, like really Mexican good, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
So I love it. I'm glad that I can eat chile because this thing is hot. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about Zacatecas because this is a state you love it. You are promoting it right now, and it's one of the states that gets overlooked because when people say like Jalisco is Mexico because it has tequila, birria, and tortas ahogadas, things that are very popular with people, but Zacatecas is right next door and really has the same traditions, just as good. And I don't know if you know that many of the braceros that first came to the United States were from Zacatecas.
Yeah.
So many. And so all of our restaurants here, like in LA, some of the first people to serve birria de chivo were from Zacatecas. There's a place called Birria Chalillo. They're from Zacatecas. There's one called Nochislan, and they've been around here for a while, and they serve birria de chivo, estilo Zacatecas. And so going on your tour got me, you know, in touch with a lot of those foods. I went to the market and had birria there. I had asado de boda at your place. You guys gave us tortas malpaso.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because that's a very unique sandwich.
Very unique sandwich. They make their own bread, which is like a hot dog bun, kind of, a little heavier.
Right.
I like it better than the hot dog bun. The hot dog bun is more like a regular white bread, but made in the form of a bun. In this case, it's a real, like, heavy bun, and I like that. And then they make their own chorizo. They make their own chorizo, which is not that spicy and not that heavy, not greasy. So you can have the tortas. They just have the chorizo and the bread. That's it.
Right. And they're like meat. They look like meatballs.
They look like little meatballs. Yes. So they put like 3 in every little torta, and that's it. They don't put mayo, mustard, nothing. That's it. It's chorizo, bread, and very important, those little serrano chiles that are from La Costeña.
Yes.
You know,
they're so flavorful.
And it's the perfect combo. You know, the taste between the a little sweet bread because it's kind of sweet, the bread, the bun, and the chorizo not being too heavy, and the chile giving that little pickle
Right.
kind of flavor. It's very good.
It's kind of like the hot dog bun they do in Sonora
It is. It
for
is.
the dogos.
Yes. Yes.
It's got that sweetness.
It's got that sweetness and a little heavier than the ones
Yes.
that we use here in the United States. Yeah.
It's the Zacatecas slider.
Yes, the Zacatecas slider.
It's amazing. It's an amazing dish.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I'm a big fan of tacos dorados.
Yes.
And I've been hearing about these things for years. A friend told me a long time ago. Do you know Burritos La Palma?
No.
So they're from Jerez, Zacatecas.
Okay.
But it was a Chicano well, they were from Zacatecas, but they grew up in the U.S. and they saw the burritos here, and they went back to Zacatecas and they opened Burritos La Palma there in Jerez with flour tortillas. And before that, Zacatecas did not really use many flour tortillas. And they're all over Zacatecas. They're here in L.A. But he was telling me about these tacos envenenados. And we tried them for the first time this last trip. And it's the most amazing tacos dorados tradition.
Yeah, and they're big. They're big. Those tacos envenenados. Yeah, they're very good. You can put meat and everything on top of them. And how to eat them? If I'm going to eat them, I have to eat them early
Oh,
because that's a lot of grease.
they are bathed in grease.
Yes.
Like it's beans, chorizo, and potatoes, and like a mixture, and they
Yeah.
just sort of sloppily throw it in the fryer, and then they dump the grease on the meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's so good,
And then on some places they put some carnitas on top of them also
right?
to add a little bit to your digestion system.
Really, a lot of these foods that Zacatecas does.
Oh yeah. You were asking about, Jalisco has this and this other place has that. Well, I think Zacatecas doesn't have a lot of food that we can like be recognized for. Asado de boda, it is something that a lot of people know about and like. Also, los tacos envenenados, yes. Zacatecas birria also.
Yes.
Thank you.
I agree. Amazing.
Yeah, Zacatecas birria is well known. Also gorditas. The gorditas in Zacatecas.
And the guisos that are inside. I mean,
The
they're
guisos.
very local.
Very local, very flavorful, very different than the ones in Durango, than the ones in Chihuahua, and the ones in San Luis Potosí, because they got gorditas everywhere, but the ones in Zacatecas are different. They're thicker. They even have ones that call sordas, which don't have anything. They just have
Right.
lard, manteca.
That sounds great.
Yes, they make them with manteca and salt, and corn, and that's it. It tastes amazing.
See, I think Zacatecas has a lot.
Yeah.
And, the one thing that, again, I was struck by your trip is this, all you're doing to promote Zacatecas, but also this campaign you have, Mi Suerte es Ser Mexicano, which is showing solidarity with immigrants here, and specifically the Mexican community here in the United States. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, the album that I'm releasing that's the name of it, Mi Suerte Ser Mexicano. And why is it called that way? Because I also have a charro team, a professional charro team. I own a professional charro team, and what they do, the activities they do in competition, they are called suertes. No, they call suertes. So I kind of did a little game of wording here. Mi suerte es ser mexicano. So that's what I do in charreria. It's a suerte. In this case, it's in life. So it's my luck, yes, but what do I do in life? Well, I'm a Mexican, That's kind of the feeling. It has a connotation there that I'm having a hard time explaining. I don't know why, but it's that it is what it is. And some of the money that we make out of that album and out of another single that I just released, the part that it's mine, which is almost the whole thing, is going to go towards helping immigrants and this situation that we're living right now, and just for lawyers and stuff that is needed. There's this association called Chirla, which is the one that we're working with, because
that's wonderful organization.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because I don't have the expertise, the people, the know-how, and the infrastructure to do it myself. So
right.
I need some organization that it's already doing it and doing it good and really it's for real. So that's why they put some organizations for my consideration. I picked Chirla because of that. I think they're doing a good job. So we are giving part of what we're making out of this album completely for that, for lawyers and education and many other things that Chirla does very actively and very enthusiastically. So, yeah.
That's so wonderful. And that's, I think it's such a powerful and beautiful message. Mi suerte es ser mexicano.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to see you Saturday, but listeners can catch you this Friday and Saturday at the Hollywood Bowl. Los Aguilar with an orchestra.
Yes.
23 years later.
23 years later. This time we're going to do it 2 nights in a row. And that's the 15 and the 16, and that's Leonardo Aguilar, Angel Aguilar, and Pepe Aguilar at the Hollywood Bowl. My mariachi and the Hollywood Bowl Orchestra, which are amazing.
I can't wait. Thank you for joining me on the podcast today.
No, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Teddy, for amazing birria.
Thanks to Teddy.
And man, let's do this again.
Thank you for tuning in to the Taqueando podcast this week. And be sure to tune in next week for another episode. And please leave us a rating or review wherever you listen to your podcasts.